and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for September the 30th through October the 6th. Time is flying, guys. If you are returning, thank you so much. I appreciate your loyalty and support of my channel. I really appreciate you. Thank you. And if you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy these readings and that you will return. Guys, these are general readings. They're for the collective. Sometimes the messages can be specific. So take what resonates and just leave the rest. If you would like a personal, more tailored reading, please click on this link or go to the show more section below in the description box and you will find a link to my video. To my website where you can see what kind of readings I offer. What else? Yes, these readings are for your sun, moon, and rising. So the other links to all the other videos will be below. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get them all up there as I'm uploading and getting them on YouTube. So just check back. Now, I also have a Facebook group, and in that Facebook group, every 2 weeks I do a live feed. It's a private group, so you must ask to be a member, and we look at either the new moon or the full moon, and we see how it affects your sign, only for those who attend. And then I have my tarot cards, and I answer questions for people who are there. So that's fun. Join my Facebook group. Another way to support this channel is through Patreon. You can click on that link here or find that below too. And I want to thank all my patrons. Thank you so much for your generosity, your support, and your belief in my art. Now, lastly, these readings come in 3 sections. First, the intro, which is this, and I will have the skip time if you're checking out your sun, moon, and rising below. Then there's the astrological report, what's going on in the celestial sky. The skip time to that will be below. And then the tarot reading for your sign. So without further ado, let's go to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading for September 30th through October the 6th. And what a major, crazy astrological sky we have this week. So the first, huge shifts in energy, guys. This is, a lot of people are going through a lot of change, a lot of turmoil. Anyway, before I run ahead of myself, I'm going to start with September the 30th, Monday. For some people, it's Monday the 30th, or for depending on where you are in the planet, or it's October the 1st. Here in the Eastern Hemisphere, it's October the 1st. Venus is square Pluto. Now, this is a challenging aspect when we're talking about squares, right? This can bring up, Venus is about relationship, it's about love, it can be about finance too. And Pluto is this dredging up things, to come up the truth sometimes, as uncomfortable as that can be. So in relationships, this can mean jealousy, manipulation. I'm looking over here because I have the chart, which I'm going to put up here when I post the video, so you'll be able to see it. So this can cause jealousy or manipulation or perhaps control in relationships. It's like you can easily get infatuated with someone new. So if you meet someone new, remember that. It's the kind of energy where you fall head over heels for someone, but it can turn into an obsession. It's that kind of power dynamic. It's like you meet someone and they're amazing, they're gorgeous, everyone thinks they're fabulous, and you're like, ooh, I can't believe I got this one, right? So you'll do anything to keep them, and you try to be what they want you to be, and in doing so, that kind of turns them off, because who wants that? Everyone wants authenticity, and they want people, they want confidence. When someone's confident, that's very attractive. So when you're not, and you're worried about what someone's thinking all the time and what they're doing, and you're really trying to, perhaps entice them with your sensual prowess or whatever it is that you're trying to get them to stick around for, it doesn't work. It kind of has the opposite effect. Now, it's really important to be aware of meeting someone new right now. Be aware of those feelings, and to be as authentic as possible. It's really important to come back to you. It doesn't matter if this doesn't work out. You really kind of have to remind yourself of that this week in particular, and remember that in your own relationship, you can choose to trust someone instead of, being so insecure. Where insecurities can come up at this time too. So now October, the big news, which kind of accentuates what's going on with the challenging aspect between Venus and Pluto, and it accentuates all those kind of feelings, is that Pluto stations direct. So it's been going retrograde and now it's really slowed down. So all the qualities of Pluto are amplified, and we are seeing it on a global scale, right? So, Pluto's getting ready to move forward. So Pluto dredges all the dirt, it gets really deep and it dredges all that dirt up and brings it into the light. And we get to see what's going on behind the scenes. It's almost like the curtain is pulled up and we can see the powers that be and what's really going on behind the scenes. So what was once unseen is now revealed. So it's like power changes and secrets are revealed. We are already seeing this on the global stage. There are a lot of world leaders that are, have been caught with their pants down, so to speak. We are seeing a level of corruption that we have not seen before, and we can't unsee that. It's also causing rebellion as well around the world, with all different, in all different countries, some for power, some for the climate, various things are going on. This is a very karmic time. We'll have to face probably some hard realities ourselves. You see, Pluto is digging deep. It wants, it wants everything out. It doesn't care, good or bad or indifferent. So some of us may be scrambling to survive, like some of these world leaders are scrambling to survive, right? This is a time for a lot of us, right, of the death of our old life and then the start and renewal of a new path forward. Because Pluto's all about kind of destruction and then it builds up. So it's breaking things down so new things can build up in its place. Listen, do not fear these changes. These changes are inevitable. And they're usually for the best. It's just that we need to kind of get up and take the action and take care of ourselves and do what we need to do to move forward in our new direction or our new lives. Now, later on that day, right, on the same day, Mercury, which is the planet of communication and intellect, moves into Scorpio. Now, in Libra, it has been, striving for balance and communication and intellect has been kind of diplomatic and fair. And then as Mercury moves into Scorpio, all those superficial kind of manners, communication manners are just thrown out, to make way for deep and, real and authentic conversations. And it's a time to really dig deep and to seek out the truth, which also amplifies this whole Pluto station and aspects with other planets. So it's about deep, intense discussions and debates and the search for truth, because, Scorpio is the detective after all. Now, on October the 2nd or 3rd, depending on where you are on the planet, Mars moves into Libra. And in this energy, we are liable to use our charm to get what we want. We don't want to appear to be the bad person. We see this every side. We're trying to look at everybody's point of view and every side of the situation, but we are going to get what we want. So we're going to use our wit and charm to get what we want with this energy. And as we kind of see every side to the situation, we can have a really intense debate with ourselves, right? So we can be up in our heads a lot. And the shadow side, we don't want to appear like the bad person at all. So we're going to use, manipulation perhaps to get what we want. And we're going to be very charming as we, push you or nudge you in a direction that we want you to go. And the shadow side of this is passive aggressiveness. So if we get angry, we're not direct. This is not kind of a direct. We're going around the situation. We're not being direct. We're more passive aggressive during this energy. So, in summary, this is a time to address anything that we have put on the shelf, anything that we have ignored, anything that we have let kind of fester and grow in the dark because we don't want to deal with it, or it's overwhelming perhaps. It's time to just suck it up and deal with it and take action. And to be aware of manipulation, either people manipulating us or we manipulating others. It's important to not allow that or to see through that, not be easily swayed either way. Let's create good karma, and co-create with the cosmos. Empower yourself with the truth, whether it be good or bad. All right, then. Thank you so much for tuning in, and let's go to your tarot card, shall we? Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for September the 30th through October the 6th. I nearly said the 7th. And this is for Capricorn. What wonderful blessings, guidance, gifts and helpful information can we give Capricorn for this coming week? 3 cards for Capricorn, please. 3 cards for Capricorn. Oh, there you go. 3 cards. Look at that. Okay. Alrighty then. And let's go for your clarifying cards. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information do you have for Capricorn for this coming week? All right. Please clarify. 2 cards out. Please clarify. Oh, wow. That's too many. Too many cards. Please. Please clarify. Wow. There you go. There's a lot of crossover here. And please clarify. Oh, okay. Let's see what that is. Oh, okay. Okay, let's go to your card, shall we? Okay, Capricorn. The first card out for you is the Page of Wands. clarified by the Queen of Swords and the Emperor. Then we have the Nine of Cups, clarified by the Queen of Swords, and then the Five of Pentacles, clarified by the Eight of Swords. Oops, sorry. Okay, Capricorn. So the first card out for you is the Page of Wands. This is saying that when the Page of Wands comes in, it's saying there's an opportunity. So they're messengers, right? So there's an opportunity coming down the pipe. You have to keep your eyes open. You've got to look for the opportunities, because sometimes there are opportunities all around us, but when we're not looking, we don't see them. So this, look, he's very affluently dressed, and he is presenting you with an opportunity, and it's usually business, new job, a promotion, a raise, something like that. And clarifying it is the Queen of Swords. I think this is a business opportunity. She's an astute businesswoman. She's very intelligent. She's very charismatic and magnetic. People are very attracted to her, and she's beautiful. She's just an incredible, astute business person. So I feel that there's a business opportunity here. It could be a partnership that's coming in, or an investor. Something is coming down the pipe, and you've got the pipe. You've got the Emperor right next to her. The Emperor is the King of Kings. He's all about structure and organization, and crossing T's, dotting I's, clearing out things, getting rid of things that no longer work for you. That can be people, it can be places, it can be situations. This is about clearing the decks, getting ready for success. I really feel that you have a major business opportunity, Capricorn, coming down the pipe for you. Pay attention. You know, the Emperor is all about paying attention to detail and taking action. It's like getting things done. Clearing the decks is what I keep hearing. And the next card out is the Nine of Cups. So this is all your dreams and wishes coming true. This is, you know, you're almost at the finish line. This is number 9. 10 is the finish line, right? So it's like celebration. It's like celebrate, da, 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 da. And that's what you want to do. You want to celebrate. And yes, you should celebrate success, but you have to be careful not to stay at the party too long, because the tendency to overdo it is there. Look, he just wants to celebrate. He wants to show his wealth. He wants to, you know, let people know how successful he is, and he wants everyone to celebrate with him. Now, clarifying this is the King of Swords, and I feel that you have to kind of restrict a little of that, not go overboard. Yes, celebrate, you know, mark your milestone and how successful you are becoming, because you haven't actually quite got there yet. And so the King of Swords is like he's rational, right? And he is he's fair, he's just, and he is all about doing things by the book. I feel that you've got to really play by the rules this week. It's really important for you to toe the line, not to take any shortcuts, and be respectful of everybody's boundaries. It's really important to have rules and structure in place. The King of Swords is like a lawyer or a judge, and he's a counselor. He can give you good advice. So you may need some good advice, because you may be celebrating a little too soon. I'm not saying that there's a spoke in the wheel. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, you know, sometimes when we have these successes, we celebrate, we're so excited and we go over the top, right? So it's about staying within your means, right? Celebrate within your means. You don't have to have a huge party, but you can go out for a drink. You see what I'm saying? It's like, restrict yourself somewhat. Now, what's interesting is you have the Five of Pentacles, and you are feeling deprived in some way. So there's definitely underneath, there's this feeling of deprivation, that sometimes the richest people in the world can have this feeling of deprivation where they think they're going to lose everything. And this is a subconscious underlying thought. So the five is about change. Five means change. So be very conservative with your finances. And I'm not saying to the point where you are not spending anything and you're totally in fear. Come out of the fear. It's really important to see things as a glass half full, abundantly. Look at what you have and don't focus on what you haven't. Focus on what you have. So, even this, when you're celebrating, you may be celebrating for more than you actually have right now, right? So you have to focus on what you have. It's about seeing the blessing in all your possessions and the people that are in your life, and your job, if you have a job, or your wife, your husband, your children. Like, be in joy that you have those, because you're feeling deprived and you're feeling trapped in some situation. And actually, I think that's why the Emperor is coming in, because you need to cut. First of all, when the Eight of Swords comes into a reading, it's illusion. It's in your mind. It's refusing to see the truth in the situation. And we are really being forced to look at the truth in our daily lives and in everything. We need to seek the truth. We need to see the truth, and we need to accept the truth. She feels stuck, and there's definitely, if she took the blindfold off, she'd see there's a path out of that. Because she's not looking at it, she's not seeing the path. So sometimes this is not addressing something, and it's exactly what it is. It's something that you are not looking at. Now, it can be paperwork, can be your taxes, it can be bills. It's something that you are not looking at because you don't want to. It's almost like if you don't look at it, it's not there, right? So it's a feeling of being trapped, because subconsciously it's there. And the fear of looking at it is causing a bit of a mess, right? It's like when you don't do something, or you don't pay attention to something, then it gets bigger and worse and terrible. It's like, okay, if you get a parking ticket and then you don't pay the parking ticket and you get another penalty, and then you don't pay that and you get a penalty, and before long, you can get your car towed for non-payment of parking tickets. So it's something that you need to address, because it's going to get worse. And maybe you think you don't have the money to pay for it right now. Guess what? You need to figure that out, because it's going to be a lot bigger if you don't address it. Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, family, neighbors, co-workers, comment. I live for comments and feedback. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.